All right, welcome to CAPECAST. Brandon, it's just you and me this evening. It's been so long.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Yeah. Don't have to the southern accent of Alan hang it or bring us down.
We don't.
Alan.
We don't got Alan. No Alan.
No Alan. No Britt. Chris says he's
Britt,
on some
Chris.
West Coast call. I don't buy it, but you know that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Business.
Okay, man. Okay. Go ahead. Let Chris drop. Do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, I think there's some shenanigans going on. Some kind of pop-up popped up, as they do. You know, those pop-ups.
What?
It's too late. Something, I got some like notification whenever you said go ahead and hit it, and there was some like, I don't know what happened.
You getting hacked, Brandon? You getting hacked?
I could be.
Yeah.
I could be. How's your week going, Ryan?
It's going good, man. I'm just working. Had a photo shoot end of last week or second half of last week. And then working on my new space up here this last weekend. So it's coming together. What about you, Brandon? What you been up to?
Yeah, it's good. I'm home alone right now, actually. Wife and kiddo are out actually in your area, kind of out in the Woodstock area.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just me and the pup tonight.
What you guys got planned? What you got cooking up?
Oh man, so many activities. I've spent the last 3 hours trying to figure out why my lights aren't working with my remote control. So that's been frustrating to say the least.
And knowing you, that is probably a very fun activity for you, actually. Troubleshooting electronics.
Well, yes and no. I like a good problem to solve, but not like this.
Okay. You got to have a payoff at the end other than the lights turning on.
Yeah. Well, I could get in the weeds on this. We'll talk offline about the in-depth nature of these lights and my remote.
All right, moving on.
So, but I'm going to make
pick.
What's up, Nani? Yeah, caught me off guard there. I didn't know who that was. Who's the Nani imposter? I am going to make a note, though, for a not like this Matrix video drop.
That's a good one. That's a good one to have. That's a good one to have.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Anyway, but no, things have been good, you know, just taking it day by day, working, raising a kid.
Good. It's good.
I haven't watched really anything superhero related, but we'll get into that. Actually, no, I have. I'll save it for later. But been a little bit of news this week. It's one of our slower news weeks.
It is. We also don't
comparatively
have Loki or Black Widow to talk about.
Yes, we talked so much about Black Widow last week.
Lots of great input.
Thanks, Britt, for taking the bullet on that one, so to speak.
It's true.
And
thanks, Britt.
Giving us all a rundown on what we missed out or dodged by having not seen Black Widow.
All right, so let's talk. As we always do, let's kick things off with some DC. News.
First you got to tell them where they can find us. I know you've been rusty.
Of course,
you've missed a few shows on CiNEMACHiNE. You missed a CAPECAST.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. I get it. But
all right,
why don't you go ahead and do that?
Here on YouTube. We're on Twitter at CAPECAST Show, always talking all things geek. And also recommend you check out our show that we do on Thursday nights called CiNEMACHiNE, where we talk kind of more general movie news and review different movies that come out that are not geek related. This is me and Brandon's outlet to express ourselves about the stuff that we love without Al being irritated by it.
It's no holds barred, Brandon and Ryan.
Correct. That sounds like a news news show tagline or something.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk some DC. We got some Batgirl casting this week, and
we did.
It was not number 3 or the one on the right that we
that
that we picked last week on our show.
It is not.
Thoughts, Brandon?
Leslie Grace. You know what's funny is my neighbor's name is Leslie Grace. I grew up with Leslie Grace. But not this one.
She landed the Batgirl role?
I know. I was just as surprised as that everyone else was. Yeah, crazy. But this is interesting. I mean, like we were saying, not our first choice. I don't think a lot of people's first choice, but we'll see.
I'm fairly convinced now that WB is just monitoring our channel and doing the exact opposite of what we want to do on everything.
You know,
just for kicks.
Things have happened, and you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess the verdict is out. We'll see what happens. I don't know to what it how this Batgirl movie ties in. I know that what is it? What's the writer? Christina Hodgson is penning the script. So that's the Birds of Prey and Bumblebee writer.
And Flash.
And Flash. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Flash will be telling as far as, you know, because Birds of Prey didn't do a lot for me. I don't think it did a lot for you. Don't think it did a lot for a lot of people.
There are a few people that like Birds of Prey more than the comic movie marks. And I'm one of them, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. I hope that they redhead her up. You know, I know Al will be happy to hear that. You know, need somebody in his camp with the red hair.
They better redhead her up, because that is, and I know I said this about the Supergirl casting, and we don't necessarily know what character she's playing specifically as Supergirl.
Probably Clark Kent, knowing WB.
You think? Yeah. But it's just one of those things, and don't get me wrong, I love what they're doing with the Flash movie. I'm really excited about the Supergirl angle and everything there. But this is just one of those characters that the red hair is like super iconic.
Yep.
So I hope they don't bypass that opportunity.
A similar contrast is on the other side of the pond. Marvel with MJ, they have this MJ character that's not MJ. You know, it's like subverting expectations. That was supposed to be a reveal that she was going to be the MJ, quote unquote, for the franchise, but a lot of people kind of turned off by that, as was I.
Yeah. Just
let her be a different character.
Agreed.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm excited for all these HBO Max projects that they've announced. Just, you know, because I love consuming DC content. But yeah, I feel like I don't know, the Suicide Squad kind of feels to me like its own kind of like bottle movie. But the Flash I think is gonna kind of set the tone for expectations.
Yeah, one way or the other. Tune in to find out if there's still a show post Flash release.
Well, we'll still be a show. It's just whether we'll be really, really depressed or really, really happy.
Yeah. That is true. We're hoping for the best. I mean, there's things to get excited. We'll get into it, but there's things to get excited for. There's things to be cautious about and worried and fearful, depressed. But anyway, so
yeah,
we'll get there. We got a little time.
That's right. So moving on to another little project, DC's Injustice Animated got its cast set for this movie that's coming up. Justin Hartley voicing Superman, which is I'm having a hard time picturing it. I don't know. Did you ever watch Smallville when he played Green Arrow?
I don't even think I've watched a full episode of Smallville.
Okay. Well, he plays Green Arrow in that show, and I don't know. Maybe it was kind of the same way with when they cast. Oh my gosh, my Office guy with the glasses. I don't know, Dwight.
Yeah, Rainn Wilson.
Rainn Wilson's Lex Luthor. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Before I saw it, and that role's really grown on me for him actually.
Sure.
So maybe this will be similar, but off the bat, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical with that casting specifically, but
I'm looking through these names.
They're usually really loaded casts. Like that's the thing, and this one is not.
Yeah, the only ones I really recognize are like Laura Bailey. She's a pretty prominent voice actor, just all over the place, really. But I know her from video games. Who else? Gillian Jacobs as Harley. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Pollak, obviously, that's going to be interesting. Kevin Pollak as the Joker is an interesting piece of casting.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of them are unknown to me. But I am excited. I really like the Injustice story. So I'm interested to check that out. You know that I have a hang up with DC Direct animation style.
It's interesting because it's all very I don't know. When I hear you talk about animation stuff, I feel like you like a lot of layered animation, some 3D elements. It just feels like DC is just more of a two-dimensional comic book pages type animated style for their features, which I actually kind of tend to prefer. I did enjoy Into the Spider-Verse, which is a little bit more jump out at you.
Yeah.
TW McKay's in the house.
Hello. Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy, ahoy. But yeah,
I'm picky about that. To me, and I've said this before, so sorry if I'm just repeating myself, but it comes across cheap. Because it is cheap. It's cheaper than, more, not necessarily stylized, but you can just tell when they're putting, like, you look at you look at the Marvel What If series, like it looks like they put a lot of money into it.
Well, yeah, but Marvel makes a lot of money.
Well, but they don't do like direct stuff though. That's what I'm saying. Like DC, I'll give them the credit that they actually do continue to pump out this specific, demographic, so to speak, as far as like they've constantly churned that out where Marvel hasn't really done
Austin
that.
wants Justin Hartley Aquaman back.
Is that a thing? I thought you said Green Arrow.
Or that's right. Yeah. Sorry. Aquaman was oh my gosh. From he plays he's in Titans, Hawk and Dove.
Oh yeah.
What's Alan Richardson, I think is his name.
Gotcha.
Check myself on that. Don't need any retractions, Yeah, Alan Richardson.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah, but Justin Hartley did a Aquaman. Actually, no. I think he's talking. So he did an Aquaman pilot, like TV show.
Okay.
I think I sent you that.
Now, I remember
way back.
I remember seeing the like trailer for it.
Yeah. It was actually a pretty good pilot. I'm surprised that it didn't get ordered at the time. But anyways, shout out to my boy Tyler, who's watching us live in his living room right now.
Yeah.
He just shot me this.
What's up, Tyler? Yeah. So thanks, Tyler.
That's my living room right now.
My living room's famous.
Yeah, that's right. Alan Richardson was in Blue Mountain State. That's what I was thinking of. That football TV show.
Okay.
Comedy.
Didn't watch it.
Yeah. All right. You put this Zack Snyder Chernobyl creator Craig Mazin thing in here. Do you have anything specific you want to say about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just brief. An article came out last week about, this was pre-Zach leaving the show. He had like 3 or 4 different creatives come over to screen his initial cut.
Yeah.
And he basically reached out to Craig Mazin, he's been around for a while, but he just recently got, a lot of accolades with Chernobyl, and he is heading up the Last of Us show on HBO Max, which I'm stoked about, as you've heard on this show prior. But anyway, no, he was just talking about, Zach having him and a few other people over to screen it, and getting feedback on what could be done to make it tighter, et cetera, because they were about to go into like some pickups, and yeah, so that was kind of the gist of it. But he said at the time, just even in that super rough state that it was in, this is not what we saw on HBO Max. This is unfinished, assembly cut, so to speak.
It might have been the article you sent me, but it is very true that the Snyderverse is so many what ifs.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different directions things could have gone.
Yeah. Well, so anyway, but he just said that he was like really into it, like even in that state. Like he was, had lots of, things, the good things to say about it. But then he said that like the very next week, Snyder left the project. So, but yeah, it's just interesting I would love to know who all was involved and at that point, because you remember we were fed this line of we don't have to go into it, but it's interesting.
We know the story.
Yeah. So maybe one day there'll be a tell-all. Yeah,
kind of in a similar vein. David S. Goyer talked about the worst studio note that he ever received when they were screening Man of Steel for studio. I'll just read it here. One note I got was on Man of Steel, where the ending involves Superman utilizing the pod that he arrived in as a child in order to bring down General Zod's ship. The note we got from the studio said, "You have to change that." We asked why. They said, because if Superman uses the pod and is destroyed while saving the city, how is he ever going to get back home to Krypton? There was just a long pause, and we said, Krypton blew up. You saw 30 minutes of it. Exclamation point.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's those stories that are so cringy when you think about these projects going on there.
Well, it's like the other one. I don't remember who it was, but that comment from some executive that I can't remember if it was for the Tim Burton Superman project that never got off the ground, but like I think maybe in an initial edit or a version of the script, he didn't have a cape, and they were like, he's got to have a cape. How can he fly or something like that? Like that his power comes from the cape, his flight or something. Right. I can't remember what project it was, but it doesn't surprise me. None of this is surprising.
Yes, Nani. It is like a terrible joke. There's a lot of those that come out of WB. A lot of them.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting. Yeah, but yeah, Goyer's been kind of making the rounds recently because I think Foundation is about to launch in the next couple months, which I'm very excited for. Yeah. I want to know what that relationship looks like as far as Goyer's relationship with the Snyder camp, because it seemed like he may have got pushed out after Man of Steel, because he did the initial pass on BVS, and then Terrio came in and did another pass. seemingly a big pass on it. But I'm curious to know, because he hasn't spoke, about that much.
Yeah.
So
Given these comments, I tend to think that he's on pretty good terms with the guy. If there's bad blood, he probably would have
maybe
phrased things a little bit differently here, but who knows?
it's possible.
Possibly. The good news this week, Brandon.
What's up?
We confirmed now are gonna see whether it's actually Ben Affleck in the movie. We don't know, but we're gonna see a suited up Batfleck version of Batman.
How do we know this?
The upcoming Flash movie, because of some set photos that made the rounds this week on Twitter. He is rolling through London on his super awesome bike.
Should I tell the story of this photo and your reaction to it at first?
Sure, go ahead.
I sent
Ryan
it
wasn't that photo. It wasn't that photo.
Okay, it wasn't this photo.
It was one of the first ones that was way up.
One of the first ones. More similar to this one, but not as clear.
No,
very far away.
It was like from like a high rise looking down at it. Cut me some slack here, Brandon.
Okay, but it's just really funny because I sent it to Ryan and he was like, "Oh, great." No, actually, your response was God. It's a cardboard box or something. I can't remember what you said.
A cardboard box on wheels. All right.
Cardboard box on
I can't
wheels.
let you throw me under it. I'll let you tell the story.
That's close
enough.
enough.
Make fun of me. Put this one
close
up
enough.
there. There you go.
And I was like,
I'll send it to you.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I believe you. You ain't got to.
He looks like this.
Oh,
looks like the Pattinson batsuit from a distance.
Well, I mean, I get that was your initial, but as far as like,
I was groggy.
We got a lot of daylight Pattinson character photos in the past, and so this one was like, oh, they're doing reshoots or something, and they're doing, this is a new whatever. But then I said, well, I don't know. It looks in keeping with Affleck's Batmobile and the Nightcrawler and the Batwing. And you were like, oh, wait, I see it now. I like it. It's pretty much that's exactly the way.
I said I quite dig.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
And then I sent you a picture of it more clearly.
Yeah. Well, yes. Anyway, so now you're on board that you know that it's Affleck's, which is good. But what's your thoughts?
No.
Now that you know.
Yeah. I dig it. It looks like the cowl is some sort of safety cowl or something. That's why the neck is so.
I hope so.
It's very thick.
He's having an allergic reaction. If not, he needs to go to hospital.
Right. But no, this you kind of mentioned. It is kind of the look of this cycle is kind of in keeping with the Batmobile from the Snyderverse, and it really gives me this feels like animated series Batman, or DC animated movie Batman, which I love all the tech they've kind of crafted in that world, especially in the recent stuff that's come out. But no,
what do you think about that? What do you think about that booty? Is that Gotham's butt?
I don't know, Brandon. What do you think about that booty?
I don't know.
First time I've noticed it, but not for you.
Just curious. No, seriously though, what do you think about this version?
Booty, Ben Affleck was spotted on a boat. Never mind.
Yeah. That was going to be our thumbnail. It's the TMZ edition of CAPECAST.
All right.
Now, what do you think about this suit?
Brandon. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I know. I'm sorry. What do you think about the suit? As far as it seems like it's like some sort of like hybrid tactical. Obviously, it kind of feels like you were saying, the cowl is more of a placeholder. I assume these shots are probably going to be in the distance, far off shots with the CG cape added in, that kind of thing. And you can also see
going to be shot from front or back. Otherwise,
you can also see on the tires these little tracking marks, because they're not actually practical tires, not the front ones at least.
Sure.
But yeah. And then I don't know, you can't see it right now, but it seems like
the turning radius on that bad boy has got to be phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm sure. I think it can do the tumbler bat pod or whatever. I always like, well, how does that work? I don't understand.
It's physics.
It seems like there have been some close-up shots of this stunt performer, and it seems like the bat logo on the chest looks almost spray painted. But again, it could be more of a practical, like this is it's not gonna be like an up close shot. So
the double to me actually looks like in the face looks like the double for Pattinson's Batman.
I think that was actually confirmed that it was today.
It was
same guy.
Gotcha.
Because they confirmed that it wasn't Citron.
Should have been Citron.
Should have been. But anyway, I mean, we didn't expect, based on reporting that we've heard, we didn't think that Affleck was suiting up, or his version of Batman. Maybe Affleck isn't suiting up. Maybe this is going to be, all you see. Maybe there won't be any actual. That'd be a missed opportunity, though. But
Nani just threw this up, and I was actually thinking about this a couple hours ago. I want to rewatch that trilogy. I haven't seen it in quite some time.
Sames.
But,
yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this is integrated. Especially, I don't know, daytime Batman is weird for me.
I agree. It was weird for me in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
like it just seems kind of like, I don't know. Like, yeah, he's concealed, but it kind of defeats the purpose of this whole thing.
Right.
You were asking about the suit. I'm not a huge fan from what I've seen, but again, it's just set photos, and like we said, like you never know how this thing's gonna.
Well, you're not a big mechanical tactical suit guy anyway.
This is true. That's why I like the BVS bat suit. It's just,
I think
it seems very comic booky to me.
I think the cowl piece just looks out of place in comparison to the rest of what's going on. But again, that could be just more a placeholder that they're gonna.
I'll take this cowl over the Batman cowl, though. Even the thick neck. Give me the thick neck.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. But no, it's exciting. I mean, to now that assuming this is Affleck and not like an Elseworlds, not like a Thomas Wayne version or something like that. That's because it could be it could be anything.
The hooks on the shoulders if they're going to do the any Flashpoint.
It's true. Or it could be I don't know. I'm hoping that it's
I don't know. He's like Lex Luthor.
I would not let them tell me. It's exciting, at least.
It's very cool that we kind of talked about before. The potential of this movie just being, as far as Ben Affleck is concerned, with him just showing up as Bruce Wayne. So it's good to see that. Hopefully, I mean, all indications are that it's actually going to see his Batman in action in some form.
Yeah, just don't kill him off.
Don't do it. If you do it, you're gonna know what the whole movie's for.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. So many obscure BBS references.
I know.
You know what? You need to write that one down for a drop too.
Okay.
And I work for Bruce Wayne. That one needs to be on there.
Okay,
also.
You got it. Don't do it. I work
we'll have
for
all the
Bruce
most
Wayne.
obscure drops that no one understands.
Yeah. Well, that's what's good. That's what makes it fun.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, there was something you said that I was going to comment on. Like now, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, don't kill Bruce unless you're bringing him back by the end. Then it's fine. We forgive you.
Using this plot
And
device, go for it.
sure. And also, it'd be cool to have both versions of Bruce meet each other, both Batman's men.
Maybe. I'm not sold on it yet, but potentially.
You don't think it would be cool?
Yeah, I'm not sold yet. That seems I don't know. Given I think I would be more okay with that if I had been on a hot streak for WB movies, but I can see them like cheesing that up hardcore. Which
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. We'll see.
Indeed.
We'll see. All right.
But yeah, I think we've talked about that as long as we possibly could. So we're excited. We're cautiously optimistic as well, but mostly excited.
Yep.
So
Yep.
nothing new.
That's gonna be a. I'm sure we'll see that one together.
Poor Flash, though. I mean, just getting sidelined in this movie.
I know. That's gonna be a very nerve-wracking screening for you and me, Brandon.
It could go. It could go very well, and it can go very bad.
Very, very badly.
Oh gosh.
Little sweaty palms the whole time.
I think we'll at least, by the time the trailer comes out, I'm hoping that we'll at least be able to prepare ourselves. At that point, we'll have an indication of what we're getting into. Hopefully. So,
all right. Let's move on to another DC announcement. Michael B. Jordan kind of has been long-term, or last, 2 years or so, it's kind of been on and off rumored to be involved in a Superman project. But he is developing his own Val Zod Superman project for HBO Max. This is separate from the movie that is being planned, not involving him.
yeah.
What are your kind of first impressions of this story?
I mean, I think this is the move to go in general. Like the theatrical one doesn't make any sense to me. And I think even Michael B. Jordan's comments when that other news about the feature dropped, the Ta-Nehisi Coates, for whatever that version ends up being. Mm-hmm. I think Michael B. Jordan even said like he wishes them good luck with it. He's not a part of it. He thinks that that they shouldn't just make the Kal-El version, a black version just to make it a black version. Like you already have good source material. Use that. And that's kind of where I stand. I think this is the move that should be made. And I like Michael B. Jordan. I think that he would do well in a role at this. So, and with it being on HBO Max, it's a series, and I can't remember. This is a series or a feature. I can't remember what it said. Do you remember?
I do not. That's a good question. I don't think it's kind of. I thought it was just a project that it was referred to as. I don't think they necessarily said.
Yeah, I'm reading it right now. It says it's unknown at this time if it's a series or a film. But either way, I think it's. I mean, this is just concept art, fan art that's been circulating for a while. But I do dig this.
Here's the
colorway.
Thing for me. I'm all about. I'm cool with this project. I'm curious to see where they go with it. Kind of what tone they set with it. I love that this kind of thing is exploring characters that they haven't explored before. I'm not. I don't really see the point of recasting Henry Cavill's Superman on a feature level. and just picking another actor to play Clark Kent. I think he's great for the role. And if that's not obvious, if I haven't made that clear over the last year and a half or whatever. But I'm excited to see where they go with this project for sure.
Yeah, same. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But yes, keep Cavill in that Kal-El role, please. God.
Please. You're just not gonna. Never mind. It's not. We've talked about this before.
Now, what were you gonna say?
Just watch any of our 500 videos where we talked about Zack Snyder stuff, and you'll understand very quickly how we feel about both him and Ben Affleck in their roles.
It's true. It's true. Everybody knows.
That's true. Everybody knows. All right, moving on to Marvel. So apparently, Hawkeye and Miss Marvel will premiere on Disney Plus before the end of the year. That would make what, 3 or 4 shows this year? Or sorry, 4 or 5 shows this year. When did WandaVision come out?
No, that's a good.
Is that January?
I thought it was end of last year, right?
Was it?
Yeah. The time is, it's weird. This last years have just been
first episode date for WandaVision was January 15th.
Okay. Well, I was wrong. So that'd be 5
Marvel shows this year. Good on them. Jeez.
What's your excitement level for these 2 projects?
Not very high. I'm interested in the Hawkeye show.
I'd be more interested if Chris had taken that job to double Jeremy Renner.
Yes. I love that he gets all these little extra roles that end up being very substantial.
He keeps getting them too, and
I know
he's like
he's the hot commodity, man. Chris is the hot commodity in the extra realm. Yeah, Miss Marvel, I don't care. You can play the Dumb and Dumber thing if you want.
No, and I don't care.
It's exactly how I feel. Again, though, it's like Loki. The first 3 episodes of Loki, that's how I felt. And the 4th one happened and turned the whole show around for me. So who knows?
Yeah.
But I was not a fan of Captain Marvel.
I still haven't even seen Captain Marvel, so.
And you don't have to.
Probably going to keep it that way, if I'm honest. I am excited for Hawkeye, though.
Yes, Nani, I'm super excited. I'm excited for supper.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for Hawkeye too. I mean, like on a surface level, Hawkeye is not like, a big character that I'm like into, but I do like Jeremy Renner. I like Haley Steinfeld, so I'm interested to see what that dynamic looks like.
I agree.
So it seems like it's going to be a passing of the baton type show, like a lot of these Disney Plus shows have been so far. Just like either introducing a new version, like somebody joked that it's like Disney Plus is the way these Marvel characters get their new costumes and or hand the baton over to somebody else moving forward.
Yeah.
So, and it's pretty true. So, but no, we'll see. I mean, it is interesting that, like you said, that'd be 5 shows this year. So that's a lot. That is a lot.
Agree. And kudos to them for being able to turn that stuff around so quickly.
I imagine that.
Really hit the ground running.
Yeah. Well, I'll get into.
I mean, I know there was COVID and all that, but
yeah, but it didn't stop them, man.
Yeah.
I'll get into something that I watched. Well, I mean, who cares? I watched the Loki behind the scenes thing on Disney Plus, and they started filming that in February and just didn't stop. That February of 2020, and just kept the protocols in place and kept it rolling.
All the news outlets out of there. Just
yeah.
Nobody used your phones or text anybody anything. We're just gonna shoot this whole thing on the DL.
Yeah, well, that seemed to be the case for them. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier went through some of that. But yeah, it's interesting to me how some of these productions were able to keep going during that time. I guess there were essential businesses. So.
Sure.
Marvel, they're essential for a lot of people.
Yeah. We got some Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2 news. Could feature the return of Jake Johnson's Peter Parker. And he was kind of a highlight of the movie for me. So that would be cool. I enjoyed him in that role.
Yeah. When I saw this news, I was like, I kind of assumed he would be back personally, but I'm glad that is the case. I didn't know there would be a possibility of him not returning. The way that the first one ends, it's like, it leaves that door open for all those characters to return as far as the secondary characters.
I mean, you got to imagine some of that's, I mean, I guess you could have all of them return, but you imagine, like, I don't know, in a world like that where like you really want to play, it's kind of tough I'm sure it's tough to balance like adding new folks and
it's true. I mean, they definitely they also, that end credits scene had Oscar Isaac's Spider-Man, was it 20 whatever it is, 2099 or whatever that you I can't remember what year it is. So
it'll be
I love the Peter B. Parker version, schlubby Spider-Man. Such a great movie. I've seen that movie more than
grown on me.
Yeah, it's
not
so
that I
much
didn't
fun.
like it. It's just grown on me every time I've seen it.
I mean, I have a lot of, like a lot of love and affinity for like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, the Tobey ones. Spider-Man 2 being a little bit higher as a film. But if I had to pick like the best Spider-Man movie, Into the Spider-Verse would be, I don't know. I don't think my nostalgia for the Spider-Man 2 specifically would be able to let me put it in number one, but I think it might be. Just don't tell me.
I won't tell Melissa.
Don't tell me. Yeah, it is a special movie. Melissa and I's first date was Spider-Man. So
I know it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she's not watching.
She's not. That I can guarantee.
All right. We had Peyton Reed share a photo from a set of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. There it is.
Yep, he did. Caption was, "It begins. Day one principal photography. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania."
You've been higher on the Ant-Man movies than I have. I don't dislike them. I don't know. But I am very much excited about this one just because of the potential Kang involvement after Loki.
Yeah.
So that was an easy hook for me.
Same. Well, I mean, I was already on board with the franchise. It was French, whatever. The first two. Sure. And I don't know if we've talked about Ant-Man on here, but yeah, I mean, I really like both of those movies. Like, they're not my favorite MCU movies, but I think they're both a lot of fun. Growing up, I was a big Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fan. So any kind of concept like this, it just strikes a chord with me. And so I'm into that. So, but yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I do think that they're both really solid movies. The first two entries, I would have loved to see what Edgar Wright was going to do with it, as most people, would have. And I've probably mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again. I went to Comic-Con in 2012 and Edgar Wright was there, and he showed some conceptual stuff that he had created for basically his pitch for Ant-Man. A lot of that actually made it into the final movie. Like when Ant-Man's like running on the gun, that whole like heist sequence, all that was stuff that he showed. Nice. So, but yeah, it's unfortunate, but I get it, because they would have never let Edgar Wright make an Edgar Wright movie. They just, just doesn't work like that, unfortunately.
They've got a plan. They bring people in to execute the plan.
Yeah.
And kind of our last little bit of Marvel news is Black Widow arrives early on digital next month, and Blu-ray and DVD shortly after. Again, this thing, it's kind of like a lot of the movies that we've seen released this year. The thing's been in the queue for so long. They're just ready to get it all out there, capitalize on the buzz as quick as they can. Generate some bucks.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on CiNEMACHiNE, but yeah, with the Quiet Place Part 2 coming out so quickly, a month is, I mean, I think that's even quicker. For Black Widow.
It's fast. That is for sure.
So, but, it's going to be interesting to see if
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it's going to be interesting to see if that is kind of what we'll find with these movies that got kicked on the road, and they're just, they've had time to get the physical releases prepped. If that continues with the other new releases. So I know that we had a little back and forth with Britt. Britt was talking about how a lot of theaters were upset about Disney reporting the Disney Plus numbers for the premiere, and that I think they've said that Jungle Cruise may be the last premiere access type thing. We'll see if that's the case. I mean, them making 60 million. Was it 60 million that they made?
60 and 90
Disney premiere
first week.
Yeah,
it's a lot of cheddar.
A lot to be like, we're not doing this anymore.
Right.
So
it is a business after all. But yeah, let's.
So go ahead and pre-order your Black Widow Blu-rays,
or don't. Either way.
Yeah, or don't.
Shifting gears a little bit. A couple of little quick Star Wars notes. Is this? You can go ahead and throw it up there. Where is this? This hotel?
I know it's going to be at the Orlando Hollywood Studios. I don't know if they're doing this in California as well or not, but
yeah,
this whole Galactic StarCruiser hotel thing that they're doing it's been kind of, well, it got a little delayed obviously because of COVID, but it seems really freaking awesome. It works almost like a cruise, not to be, I know it's called StarCruiser, but it's like, as far as like an all-inclusive type thing.
Sure.
It's supposed to be super immersive. Like, you get there, you go to like a loading dock, they outfit you in Star Wars attire, and basically, if you wanted to, you can live out. I think it's like a 2-day stay. Like, you can't stay there for a week. It's like the experience is like 2 days or something. And it has like private, like your own personal entrance. Like, you basically get on your StarCruiser, and when you're going to the ship where you stay, like your resort or whatever, Like there's a transportation type vehicle that you get in with like, you know, like you're going into light speed to get wherever you're going. And then whenever you want to go to the park, same thing. You like transport down to Batu, which is the fictional planet that Galaxy's Edge takes place on. So it's like this all immersive, and there's all kinds of like crazy, like I said, they dress you up in Star Wars attire, like, so everything's thematic. There's droids running around, everybody's in character, like, you know, like that's the way the park is too. Like you can't ask them like, how do we get to meet the Cinderella, and they're like, Cinderella, who is that? Like they don't know it. Like they know what they know in their world, and that's it. Sure. You know, like they don't answer those types of questions. Right. So, but yeah, so there's like tons of little like, you know, Jedi training things, and but yeah, it looks really awesome. But yeah, they put out this poster. That was really the only thing that this week but I am very excited for it, and yes, I am planning to book this at some point for the fam. Ryan, you should do it. You should do it with us.
Without a kid.
Yeah. Dude, have you been to Disney World? I mean,
no, not since I was like 8.
Yeah. There's especially the Star Wars portion, man. There's a bunch of adult kids.
Yeah, it just feels like something you should have a kid do with a kid.
The other part, like Magic Kingdom, yes, you should. If you're going to Magic Kingdom, you got to have a kid.
So what you're saying is you're going to book it and you're just going to send Melissa and Luna off, and we'll go do this by ourselves.
We can do that.
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm in. You've convinced me.
Okay. Yep.
That'd be a great live stream.
Yeah, I don't know when this is like set to officially open, but there haven't been, like, I saw them building it last time we were there, but as far as like the actual, like they've released concept art, but nothing besides, like, no official images have come out yet of the interior and that
Boys
kind of thing.
Disney trip.
You betcha. Hey, what we'll do, Ryan, we'll book it around a Limp Bizkit concert in Orlando. How about that? How's that sound?
That sounds great. We'll see if that happens in the next 40 years.
It's gonna happen. They're playing there soon.
In Orlando?
Yeah.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I don't know if they are.
I don't think
they're always playing there. They play everywhere, but here.
No, they play pretty much strictly in like Slovenia and Russia and Eastern Europe.
Well, they're playing a festival. I thought it was in Orlando. It could be like Jacksonville or somewhere, but
gotcha.
Yeah. One day.
All right. One more little Star Wars piece. We've talked about this, I feel like, a million times. The Luke Skywalker, and even in our last episode, we talked about Luke Skywalker VFX at the end of Mandalorian. They watched the show and they listened to you, Brandon. We got a VFX. We got the deep fake VFX guys. There you go.
Yeah. So apparently, one of the deep fakers that churned out a better product than Lucasfilm could for Mandalorian finale.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah.
Using non-natives. They just pulled the episode, and
it's crazy. But I'm glad they're listening to us. That's good.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We're just changing the game here, you know. One step at a time, Brandon. One step at a time. But no, in all seriousness, it's not even like the on the left looks like a PS2 game.
Oh, it doesn't look like Mark Hamill at all. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I just so frustrating. So distracting too, because it's such an awesome scene, but you just can't focus on anything but this weird face.
Yep.
But yeah, that's good though. I'm glad that they're at least, you know, this kind of like tells me that
listening to folks and trying to improve things. That's a good
well,
idea.
I mean, it's the obvious answer. If you've got somebody
Take
showing
notes,
you up,
WB. Take notes.
yeah, right. But it seems like the kind of thing to pull from this news is that they're going to be doing more of these young characters. Maybe it's for the Obi-Wan show, or maybe it's for, I don't know, future projects. Sure. Just, I don't know, who knows, any returning characters that they would need to do this for. Right. So that could be good or bad depending on how it's done.
True.
But yeah, at least they'll have somebody that can do it well.
Very true. Very lucky.
Yeah. But deserved, because good
Agreed.
On him or her.
Agreed. All right. Now we'll do some little obligatory Last of Us news for Brandon.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brandon. You can take this one.
You'll be able to chime in on this to an extent. So yeah, Anna Torv has been cast as Tess. You know her, Ryan, from Mindhunter.
Yeah, I know her in Minhunter. She's good.
Yeah, she is good. And yeah, she's going to play Tess.
Mindhunter. That's why I said that.
Oh, Minhunter. Whoops.
Go ahead. As you were.
I wonder if, because I typically just cop the articles. I wonder if it was, I mean, I'll take the blame, but let's see. Let's see if, yeah, it's on me. Thought I could put it off on somebody else, but yeah, well.
Spelling, pronunciations.
You don't have to look at it anymore.
So I'll just pull it off.
Spelling and pronunciation, these are hard things for Brandon.
Mindhunter do. But yeah, no, I'm excited about this. I really loved her in Mindhunter. All this
makes me wonder is, are we going to get a season 3? I know they keep saying no, yes of Mindhunter.
I'd be surprised. I do too. I'd be surprised if they do. Seemingly David Fincher didn't. I mean, the last thing I remember him commenting on it didn't seem very likely. But
yeah, but I feel like fairly recently there's something else was said that was kind of indicating the opposite. I feel like it keeps going back and forth.
Yeah,
good show.
We'll see.
If you haven't watched it, you should check it out.
Indeed, but let's get back to Last of Us. So yeah, Anna Torv as Tess. Tess is a character earlier in the game. It's a kind of a pivotal character, just to get kind of set the table. So yeah,
she's great. She is great in Mindhunter. So I'm sure whatever role she's playing in this that I have no idea about, I'm sure she'll do great.
Yeah, it's good casting. It's one of the casting that so far I'm like, yeah, I see that. Some of the other ones I'm like, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
You love Marky Mark. You love it.
Marky Mark?
Or no, he's in that Tom Holland. What's he in?
Yeah, he's in Uncharted. That's a different
Uncharted
Naughty Dog
video
property.
Games.
Yeah, same developer.
I can't
though.
keep up with you kids, you know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. But yeah.
All right.
Tune in next week whenever there's more Last of Us news that I can talk about, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, next.
Yeah.
So, and please tell Ryan, if you're out there and you've played The Last of Us, and if you have, it's an amazing game. Please tell Ryan to pick his copy up and put it in his PlayStation and play it, because he needs to.
And if you don't like it, then shut the F up, right, Brandon?
Yes. Yes. But I don't think those people exist.
You don't? Okay. We'll see what comes out of the woodwork. All right. Pokemon live action series in the works at Netflix from Lucifer co-showrunner.
Yes.
I enjoyed Detective Pikachu.
Same.
Katie actually tried watching Lucifer, and I, by osmosis watched a few episodes.
Yeah,
not my thing.
Now, this is the American Lucifer co-showrunner, correct? Not the British one.
No idea. There's
Not. So there's two. The Idris Elba Lucifer is the original. And then they did an American version as well.
Never even heard of the Idris Elba Lucifer.
Yeah, it was the original one. I think that's the one that people kind of hold in high regard. But anyway, doesn't matter. But yeah, live action Pokemon. Yeah, I liked Detective Pikachu as well. I don't have a lot of I didn't have a lot of knowledge going into it. I know that you and Chris, some other friends
sure
of ours,
about this Lucifer thing?
pretty positive. Why? What?
Are you thinking of Luther?
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep. That's exactly what I was thinking of.
That is a great show. I enjoy that show.
Okay. Okay. Lutherfer. Had a lisp. Don't make fun of my lisp, Ryan.
What's that timestamp? Let me just make sure I got that real quick. Oh man, Al's gonna love that one. He's gonna love it.
Oh man. Well, yes. Lucifer. You can see that there are connections.
Remember like 5 minutes ago when I was saying pronunciation, spelling was not it was hard for Brandon. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
that's
man.
what you come here for, though.
Yeah, it is.
You know?
It is. That's what a lot of people come here for, including Nani.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
I give the people what they want, you know?
That's right. Believe
Which
it or
is
not, this is unscripted.
Which is incorrect information.
Retraction.
Oh, man. Forgive me. But yes, you're right. Luther.
All right.
Anyway. So are you excited for a Pokemon live action series on Netflix?
I'm interested. Yeah, I grew up enjoying Pokemon and did the whole card thing. And I enjoyed Detective Pikachu. I love the world building in it. Be interested to see kind of what direction they go with a live action series. I hope that I don't know if this is this connected to Detective Pikachu?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so I did not think so. I hope they take notes with kind of the aesthetic because I thought it was done really well in Detective Pikachu. Yeah, I'm curious. I'll check it out for sure.
Cool. I'm sure that I will because Luna likes Pokemon and I'll end up watching it with her. So hope it's good.
Sounds like another thing we'll end up talking about on CAPECAST.
Yeah. Exciting.
All right. Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about some trailers. Not a ton this week. I had another kind of behind the scenes assembled the making of Loki.
Which also released by the time we've recorded. So I did watch it. And it was good.
You watched
I
the
didn't know that they had put out
the making.
No, I watched the making. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I watched this trailer and I'm going to talk about it. No, I watched the little featurette.
How long was
on
it?
Disney Plus. It was like an hour or so, I think.
Gotcha.
It was good. I didn't know that they had put this is like the third episode. They did one on the WandaVision. They did one on Captain or Falcon Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. And then this is the third entry to it. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I'm a sucker for behind the scenes stuff, making ofs, and they kind of do a little bit of deep dives on each character and just their process of creating the show as you would expect. But it's always amazing for me to see just like some things that maybe you didn't expect were going to be like set extension type things or vice versa. They that oneer that they did in episode,
the chase scene.
was it? Yeah. Was it 4? And they're trying to get off the planet.
I think that
Was it 3? Okay, the end of it. So that was all a practical set, which was pretty cool. I really liked hearing the director.
I do remember watching that and being like, this has to be a massive thing that they put together. I felt like he just kept running.
Yeah, I mean, but the cool thing is it's actually like 8 different cuts, but they're stitched together pretty well.
Yeah.
But no, this was cool. I mean, I would definitely recommend, if you enjoyed Loki, it'll definitely, the way these things typically go for me, they just make me appreciate the art, the filmmaking art, getting an insight to see the logistics of how everything came together. And yeah, I mentioned this earlier, but they started this in February. It was a 150+ day shoot, I think. And Eric could have been more. I'm pretty bad with facts, so you can fact check me later. But it was interesting because they COVID hit like right after they started. So, but they powered through it and still were able to finish on time. So
yeah,
good on them.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Army of Thieves trailer was also released.
This isn't necessarily CAPECAST content, but since we reviewed Army of the Dead, but as far as this movie, it's not as genre as
Zack Snyder stands.
That's the. I mean, people know the connection for us. But this movie,
and he's not directing this one, but
producer. They make sure to highlight that very prominently. As any studio that knows the power of Zack Snyder's name would do.
Yeah. Pause for emphasis.
But yeah, so what do you think about this trailer? Dropped on Sunday.
I thought it was a cool trailer.
At home.
I liked the color work in this trailer. That was the thing that stood out to me.
Cinematography is really good.
Thing to stand out in a trailer, but it did. I like I mentioned before, Dieter is my favorite character in Army. So, and I think this guy's just got great acting chops. I think the role's perfect for kind of his look too.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the thing that excited me most about Army was the world building. So it's cool to see that they had a little mention of the outbreak in America kind of thing. And I whenever they announced this, I was curious if this happened before the outbreak, but it's interesting that this is happening like right after it, and it's like to yeah.
Same. It's also interesting that Matthias is directing this as well as starring. But yeah, the cinematography was really really striking. Trailer. And I went to look up to see who the DP was, and it was somebody I hadn't seen any of his work. I think there's a lot of German talent as far as behind the scenes on this one, and so that was the case with the cinematographer as well. But yeah, I thought it looked. I mean, as far as a trailer, it's a short trailer, but it was cut well, and it's got a definitely a different feel than Army of the Dead, but looks like it's going to be kind of more into the caper type genre,
Italian jobbish.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying kind of they've had some posters released and artwork and stuff. It's cool how they're kind of building a little bit of brand consistency across these two movies.
And you get that classic, which I mean, it's classic by this point. Classic Dieter scream. They talked about that at the panel. He's like, that's how I really scream. So
somebody scare me.
Yeah, pretty great.
I'm looking forward to more than anything in this movie. I think I'm looking forward to his banter with other cast members again, just because that was the fun part about his character in Army. So it'll be a fun one.
Well, going into Army, a lot of the cast members had they were hyping up Dieter Matthias as a up and coming talent, and it definitely proved to be the case because he was a standout.
Yeah,
so I am excited.
Yes, sir. All right.
Yeah.
Did you, I will say before you go, I finished Sweet Tooth finally.
Yes, and
I love that show. It's great. There are some acting shortcomings, but it was so well written, and I love the story. I'm stoked for the next season. I loved how this thing ended.
How did it end? I don't even remember this.
That little hamster kid thing. I think it's cuter than Baby Yoda was. Every time that thing
Bobby,
came on
what was his
screen,
name?
I was laughing. Yeah. He's just waddling all over the place. He gets caught and they shine the light on him.
Yeah. I'm more of a Baby Yoda fan person, but yeah, I mean he was cute. What happens at the end though? I can't remember.
It ended with
spoilers
and spoilers. There you go. If you haven't seen this show, stop watching and go check it out. But Big Man and I don't know why I'm blanking on her name, but the woman from the zoo teaming up to get their kids back. When they all got captured. So it'll be correct.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. But I think we have the same issues with it. But overall, thought it was really good. So definitely check that out if you haven't. If you're into,
for sure,
you're into this kind of stuff. So
that's true.
It's funny,
Brandon. Go ahead.
We'll talk about it, I'm sure, on CiNEMACHiNE. But that Lamb, the A24 Lamb movie, is Sweet Tooth, but very, very dark and serious.
Sweet Tooth, the witch.
Sweet Tooth,
what it is.
Yes, Sweet Tooth is kind of dark as it is, but that one looks awesome. They amp it up quite a bit. So.
Brandon, so you watch anything this week? Geek related?
No, not really. I mean, the assembled Loki thing was really the only thing that I watched that was geek related. I haven't done besides analyzing potential Batfleck images on Twitter. That's been the extent of my geek watching.
And he's spent a lot of hours doing that.
It's true. It is true. No, not really. What about you? Besides Sweet Tooth, did you watch anything else?
No, I don't think so. It's been a busy week with work, so I haven't had the chance to really sit down and watch stuff. But I like I mentioned earlier, I'm actually for 2 different times this week, I've had a hankering to watch Lord of the Rings and Fellowship specifically, and also, like Nani said, I want to revisit the Dark Knight trilogy. That's something that maybe we can do a review on for a CAPECAST.
Review, yeah. No, that sounds good. I know that we talked about doing that for Star Wars and stuff like that. It would be probably a good mini series to kind of just tackle little trilogies and maybe go through all
anybody
the
in the comments, let us know what Star Wars, the Dark Knight trilogy, or what else could we say? There's 3 options for us to do a review series for. Lord of the Rings, maybe?
It's a big one.
Lord of the Rings? All right. Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, or Dark Knight trilogy.
Let us know.
Let us know which one you prefer for us to do a review series on first.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Lord of the Rings kind of stays on repeat, so that'd be easy. I just
Nani says all of them.
yeah,
That's a lot of hours.
No, I mean, we'll get to them eventually.
Oh, for
all
sure.
of them. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Did anybody? I know. Did anybody out there watch G.I. Joe this week? I know it released theatrically. The Snake Eyes movie. I did not.
Jinx.
I heard mixed things about it. But curious if any real folks saw it. I know surprisingly what something else came out. What came out last weekend in tandem with G.I. Joe?
Oh, you're right. G.I. Joe and
Nani didn't see it either.
Got smoked.
Yeah. It was a crap. We run a movie podcast. We don't know.
That's right. Maybe relate to this.
Ron's gonna figure it out.
Yes,
just
one way or another.
Well, while you're figuring it out, maybe I can pull up a graphic of what's coming out this week. Not this week, but in a few weeks. Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad, mind you, there's a difference. It is releasing August 6th. That's a few weeks away. Then you got Shang-Chi coming out September 3rd. And new to our end of show coming soon, because Snake Eyes was vacated last week. We got Venom. Let there be carnage. Welcome, Venom. Oh, yeah, old. Yeah, there you go. So we want to welcome the Venom poster to our coming soon graphic. So you'll be here for
That's right. Slowly shifting them on, slowly shifting them off.
Yeah, that's what we do.
But we got new one on there. So which of these 3 are you most excited for?
Honestly, I'm probably most excited for Venom. I liked the first Venom. I didn't love it. I had some issues directing wise. Some of the humor didn't land for me. I thought Tom Hardy was solid. But I'm more excited for this one because of Andy Serkis directing. In addition to Woody Harrelson being involved. I think it could be really good, but we'll see. But yeah, I mean, if I had to say which one I think is going to be which one's going to be better out of these 3, I think the Suicide Squad will probably be the one that I end up liking the most, because even though we both said that we have issues with the humor that's been showcased in the trailers, I do think it's going to be. Other than that, I think it's going to be really good. And there's a ton of hype behind it right now. So, but that sometimes can go opposite for me.
Yeah, for me, it's Venom. Let there be carnage, and I'm kind of with you with the Suicide Squad. I'm just so I've been trained to be so fearful of humor, that I'm afraid that could be an undoing in the Suicide Squad for me. Even though it's a little bit of a different beast than what we talk about with DCEU stuff. I just, I've got a little bit of PTSD with that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shang-Chi, it looks pretty vanilla. Marvel boilerplate to me.
Yeah.
But
We got 2 Star Wars votes in here.
2 votes for Star Wars. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm down. So what do we do though? Do we do prequels? Do we do original trilogy? Do we do sequel trilogy? I mean,
we should put a poll
poll
tomorrow on Twitter and see what folks.
Yeah.
But it looks like it might be Star Wars if we judge by the early results. TWK says release order, which I would agree with probably if we're going to do it.
Not machete order. Okay. Down for that. It's a good idea. We'll work up a plan, get that figured out.
Yeah, for sure. So any physical media or figurines or poster art or anything that you have purchased this week? I know there is. This is a leading question.
Yeah. I didn't prep a graphic for it. But so on Friday there was if you give me 1 second, I'll pull it up. Oh, that's not it. Well, anyway, there was a set of 6 prints for Zack Snyder's Justice League that went on sale on Friday. They're all character portraits. They're like 10 by 10. Whenever I get them in, I'll snap some photos.
Nice.
But
they look really cool. They're releasing a companion poster at the end of the year. That I saw somewhere, like a little tease of it. I don't know if Bottleneck posted the tease, but that also looks really cool. So that's probably something I will be purchasing.
Yeah, I'm gonna get both.
You're loaded down with with DCEU posters down in your space there.
Am I?
Oh yeah, I do have a lot of them, don't I?
Okay. How many do I have?
You got the Batfleck one. Did you get Superman or Wonder Woman?
I don't have either.
Yeah, you did. The one by your bar over there. BVS suit.
Yeah, Batman.
I thought didn't you buy Superman too?
Mm-mm.
Oh, gotcha.
Let's have
Fine,
one.
you're not a fan.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I wish I could. I don't know. I can't find its internets. I'll prep it for next week to talk about it.
Cool.
But the issue is going to be finding a good place to put it, because I'm going to go ahead and buy a frame for the eventual 24 by 36 print that comes out, and I just got to figure out where it's all going to fit. I'm running out of wall space.
This is true. Rip Joey Jordison. That's Slipknot, original Slipknot drummer, passed away.
Yeah. Very sad.
Agree.
Speaking of music, though, Ryan,
hold on,
Limp Bizkit.
Hold on. Other things that you bought this week? Go ahead. Statues, maybe Lord of the Rings variety, potentially.
Oh yeah, I got a little man. Well, give me a second. I can get it. It's right here.
All right. We'll play some Jeopardy music while it's gone. Yeah, apparently Brandon has some short-term memory issues that I wasn't aware of. Maybe he'll see me talking about him when he watches the episode tomorrow. There he is.
What did I miss?
Brandon. I was just talking about you.
Yeah, so I got this beauty right here.
Nice. Iron Studios
10th scale Legolas.
Nice.
It's beauty. It's my first Iron Studios figurine, and
they do a darn good job from what I've.
It's really good.
Like my Spider-Man one is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and get? Are you still planning on trying to get that whole set
Oh yeah.
eventually? Nice.
Sucks too because the guy that I bought this one from, he sold it to me for like $80, and these things retail for $130.
You texted me that. I was like, yes, yeah, pull the trigger.
And he had a Gimli apparently that he had just sold. He's like, I got the troll, I got the cave troll coming in. I've got this one. And he's like, I've got the Boromir on pre-order, and I'm just trying to get like $100 out of it. I'm like,
that makes no sense.
What are you?
How are you?
What are you doing? And I was like, yeah, hold the Boromir one.
Hold on. Did you buy this from Chris? Did you buy this from Chris?
So I'm not complaining.
No, that's a steal for sure.
But yeah, I gotta get the Gimli one. Yeah, they're doing the whole Fellowship from the Moria sequence.
Nice.
So I don't know how. I don't think the Boromir one comes out until next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited.
So
I just got to figure out. I'm gonna put it back here. You see behind me where the swords are. I gotta move some things around. Build a little shelf. But I can't.
Floating shelf.
I don't know what the sizes of the other ones are going to be, so I don't want to build a shelf that's too shallow.
Gotta make them deep. Yeah, gotta make it deep.
Yeah,
that's
it's
good.
a problem.
It's better when you build it deep, anyways, because you can get a little more dynamic, create some depth between them, so they're not just in a line. You know.
Yeah, but how wide should it be? I don't know.
Oh, you just keep buying statues till you fill it up.
Okay. All right.
Convinced.
Yeah. That's what I'll do.
So, Brandon, anything else you bought this week that's geek related?
Well, yes.
You want me to
I don't have it on me because I returned it today. I bought Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice on vinyl.
I've got it. I'll show it for you.
But yeah, okay. Ryan's gonna show you the one that he has that actually works, because the one that I bought had a major flaw in
this guy.
The red coats are coming, and it just threw. Yep, it's pretty. Mine's not that version. Yours is the colored vinyl, I guess.
It is
Red and blue and black. Black and blue.
Black, and then it's got the. Did yours have the etched?
Oh yeah. No, I did. Yeah.
It did or didn't?
Yes, it did, but only, I guess, the first run ones or whatever that you have the red and blue versions of the first two discs. But those are a lot more pricey, and I don't have that. I don't have that Ryan Crispin money.
Look, anything for Zach,
So,
you know.
Yeah.
Anything for Zach. Let's see if I can show it on here with the light issues. Kind of see it's etched on the back there.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
Should play that side and see what it says.
Yeah. Nah, this one's a beauty. If you don't have any of these scores, Man of Steel also.
No, I also bought Man of Steel. It hasn't got here yet.
They sound good. This is the first thing that I bought on vinyl, actually.
Now, Ryan, that's not true. First thing you bought on vinyl was Zack Snyder's Justice League.
That is true. Pre-ordered, yeah, I did pre-order that one.
Yeah, you haven't got it. When does it come out?
That one it said originally shipping in July. We'll see about that because they got 3 days.
Yeah, I sent you. I said I texted you yesterday when it came in, the BVS record. I was like, there's a lot of baked in static on this, and it skips on the red capes are coming. Does yours do that? You're like, no. And so I made a video, and it was like, da-dum, ding, da-dum, ding, dong. It's totally just like ruins that entire scene.
This thing is pristine when played.
Yeah,
It's not
this one
messed
was
up.
not. So I'm on the look. If any of you
I'm
find a good copy of it on vinyl, let me know because I
go.
need it now.
Or let Nani know because she needs it too.
Yeah,
Brandon can fight over it. I'm gonna show this because I don't know if I can show it on CiNEMACHiNE without the show breaking up. I picked this bad boy up on Record Store Day.
nice.
And just like this BBS soundtrack, it's tough, man. I put this thing in and I was like, I got to turn this off because I got to go watch the movie.
Yeah. That's what happens.
It's cool. It's awesome packaging. It's
a green vinyl.
Yeah, I'll pull them out to show you. They've got little like Follow the White Rabbit and stuff on the discs.
Party.
Wake Up Neo. That's what that one says.
That's cool.
Very
cool. Great movie. Everybody agrees.
Everybody, anybody. But yeah,
that's cool. Well, yeah. Hopefully soon I'll be able to get my Man of Steel one in, and hopefully there's no issues with that one. But yeah, I am on the lookout again for a BVS copy. So, if you see any out there, let me know. I'm a deal hunter. I like looking for deals. Man, I can get it at Barnes and Noble for like $40. But I'm gonna get a deal. You know, we'll see.
Yeah. All righty. I guess we already kind of did the movies coming soon. So that's wrap on the show, I guess.
Well, the thing that I was going to tell you earlier is I did find that Limp Bizkit is playing in Orlando September 24th at Rebel Rock. So I was correct.
Okay. Is it a festival for sure?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a big one.
Gotcha.
Big old festival. You want to know who all's there?
We'll talk offline.
Oh.
Or you could tell me.
I mean, my boys POD are playing there the first night, so that's
but we're already seeing them this year.
That's true. You got Limp Bizkit, Machine Gun Kelly. I don't care. I don't know. Skillet. Okay. That's about it on that night. Pop Evil. They're
pretty
now
good.
And then Saturday, Papa Roach, Five Finger Death Punch, Under Oath. The Use is playing. Good. Seven Dust.
Solid.
Good times. Yeah. Rise Against.
Seeing them too.
I have a problem with. I don't like doing festivals though, personally.
Yeah, I've never been to a festival, and that's for a reason. From what I've heard, they're not great.
It's too much. The sound's never great.
Yeah.
You get to see a lot of bands. I mean, there's definitely that pro, but to me there's more cons. So, you know, I'd rather I'm a mid-tier club guy, you know. If I could the smaller the venue, the better.
Yeah.
Just gonna get a more intimate experience, you know. And
it depends if the sound is done well. Because I've been to small venues where the sound is not done well and I just want to die.
Yeah. But well, it depends on the band. Like if you come to see my band, the sound could be not great.
Oh, you know what? That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of.
that was the one? That was the one? Yeah. I figured.
I've got your CD. It's great, Brandon. It's great. The studio stuff was great.
Okay. Thanks.
Just kidding.
Appreciate that.
Just kidding.
You know what you are? What? You're difficult. Really difficult. You're a difficult man.
You need to put Al's head on, do one of those like moving head things, but put Al's face on it.
That'd be too much work.
That's true. It's also true. All right, Brandon. throw that social graphic up there. I do want to invite everybody who's watching to give us a subscribe on YouTube. We are
hit that
loving doing
notification
this.
bell, smash it to pieces.
There you go. Look at you. We
dust,
love doing
as
this.
Dark Side would say.
And we want you guys to stay up to date on all the videos we're putting out. We love talking to you guys in the comments here. TW is always here. Nani's always here. So we love y'all being a part of the show. I want to make sure that you continue to be part of the show.
We need to get a for this part. We need to get a. I want you to tell your friends about me. Drop.
That's a good one. Write it down. Write it down.
Yep. So you guys are seeing this is normally we would save this for behind the scenes talk, but you guys are all friends and family, so we'll include you. This is a little I want you to tell your friends about me. Okay, got it.
There you go. Got it? All right. We're gonna cut this out, right? Oh wait, we're live.
Yeah. Oh.
Give us a follow on Twitter at CAPECAST Show. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we're always talking geek stuff on there. Let us know stuff you want to talk about on the show. We'll be sure to put it in the show notes. And anything else you want to talk about. Any of your cool stuff you're buying. If you're buying something every day like Brandon did this week, let us know.
Don't tell my wife.
But anyways,
I'll get a text while I'm at work. You got another vinyl in the mail. Like, can you put it inside for me, please?
Yeah.
Really? Man.
That's so weird. It's so weird.
I'm shocked.
Yeah. All right, Brandon, Nani, TW, everybody watching. Until next week. Later on.
So long.